April 27th, Saturday, and we are in Elkton, Virginia. And off the trail, we're staying at the Country View Motel right off the Shenandoah National Park. And the reason we're here is, well, let me start. Yesterday, we hiked 17 miles and went into a campground that was full. And the caretaker at the campground pointed us to a white Jeep and told us to knock on the door. And a guy named George would let us camp in his area. So we did that, met George, great guy. And he was very generous to let us stay there at the campground.
Yeah, definitely a trail angel.
Thank you, George. And so we woke up the next morning at 6 o'clock and it started to spit rain. I mean, this morning we started to spit rain. And we packed up our tent really fast and all our belongings and got down the trail, started sprinkling, and it got harder and harder. And the wind started picking up, and it was about 45 degrees temperature up on the mountain, and we started shivering and shaking. So before we got hypothermia, Anita and I decided we were going to call a driver to pick us up off the trail and drive us into town.
Yeah, he knew he probably better do something because I was getting in pretty bad shape. It was very miserable.
We couldn't even feel our fingers with our hands.
It was just so cold. It was just chilled to the bone. But we did find out there was a road, not just like 2 miles from where we were. So we found like I said, a shuttle. He told us about this Country View Motel that he usually drops hikers off at. And so we came here, and it's a cute place. We've got a nice room, hot shower. They've got coffee and stuff available, snacks, and just a really nice little place. So we are very happy to be here.
So we got about 62 miles done in our Shenandoah National Park, and we got about another 35 to go.
Yep.
Okay, it's April 28th, Sunday, and we're back on the trail. And as you can see, we're in t-shirts this morning. The weather took a drastic change. It's about 50 degrees this morning, and it feels a whole lot better in sunshine. Can't even see a cloud in the sky now. So we expect to have good hiking weather today, and hopefully make about 16 miles to Loft Mountain Campground.
Later, I lost my last grandparent, and then 2 weeks later, I lost my best friend of 25 years. 3 days later, my best friend of 18 years. Oh my God. And I told my boss, I was like, I need to disappear for a while. Like, I need to figure something out, because like, that's a lot. Like,
that is a
you know,
lot.
at 40.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna go hike, since I never got to do it before. I had spinal fusion 14 months ago.
Oh gosh.
And right after that, I was like, oh man, like, I feel so much better. Like, I think I can do it. And then everything happened. I was like, that's meant to be at this point. Yeah.
So what's your trail name?
Milkman.
Okay. And what brings you on the trail this year?
A lot of grief, getting over old injuries, maybe second midlife crisis after everything. Enjoy the nature. I don't know. After losing my wife, getting back into hiking, really kind of kept my mind at peace, and I don't know, kept me sane and stable, I guess. Yeah. So I figure a long hike after everything's, you know, a good way to go about it. You know, like, I can afford it, and I've got enough injuries. I don't think I'll be able to do it when I'm, you know, retirement age. So
Are you making some good relationships on the trail?
It's amazing. I don't know if it's trauma bonding, you know, being out here with people, but you can hike with people for 2 or 3 days, and you're closer with them, know more about them than people you've known for 10 years. You know, it's wonderful.
I agree. I met some really nice people on the trail last year.
I feel it's some of them are definitely be lifetime friendships.
Yeah, you have a lot of fun to look forward to.
I hear they sharpen the rocks up north every year.
Yeah, be careful in Pennsylvania. Get some good shoes.
Yeah, I got 600 miles on these, so I'm order some in the next day or two.
Good.
So, very good.
Well, happy trails to you.
Happy trails.
Thank you. Taking in some more high-calorie energy food this morning for breakfast. So just about an hour ago, we were at the tip of this mountain and we followed the Appalachian Trail along the ridge, came around, and then we're up on top of another mountain next to it. It's kind of neat to see where you've been and how far you've gone. Look at these giant tulip poplars we're walking underneath. We go up and up and up and up. Hey, we're on the Appalachian Trail and we came up with on another through hiker. What's your name?
I'm Color.
Color, how'd you get that name?
Oh, dude, it's a long story. You know Miss Janet?
Can we get, yeah, Miss Janet, yes,
Miss
she's
Janet?
a shuttle driver and
Yeah, well,
trail angel.
So hopefully she'll see that because she doesn't know. I met her on day 3.
Did you?
And we had a nice conversation. I really liked her. And at the end, she handed me this buff. Not this one. This one. And she said, I need you to have this because it goes well with all your colors.
Oh,
So
okay.
from there it stuck and I chose my name.
Cool.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Canada. Yeah, Nova Scotia.
Oh, a long way from home.
Yeah, not too bad.
So, what's your favorite kind of footwear for the trail? What? You're hiking in those?
Yeah.
Crocs?
Colorful shoes, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty comfortable, man. I started in boots and it created a problem in my Achilles. And so I switched to shoes and the Achilles was still hurting. So I started hiking my camp shoes and it went pretty well. So I just stuck with it.
There you go, folks. A new brand of shoes on the trail.
Yeah.
Up on top of Lost Mountain, there's a grand view. You can see for miles.
Left.
What are you doing?
Rolling up my mat. And I don't have much breath. It's been a rough day. There's another bug. We have been over many, many steep mountains today. And I have been bit by many, many horrible bugs. I now have bug spray on and they're still swarming around me.
You can see them in front of the camera flying back and forth.
They're so irritating. So it has not been the best day. I'm hoping tomorrow will be much better. We are at a nice campsite, so that helps. And we met a lot of nice people today, so that was good.
And?
And you talk about the grouse?
The grouse,
The
yeah.
only good thing that happened today is the grouse. Mark did a video of it, but he didn't do a video of it as it followed us on the trail for probably a 1/10 of a mile. And it started getting steeper and the poor little thing's legs weren't long enough to stay up with us. But it stayed up with us for a long time. It was really cute. Never seen anything like that before.
Here's our campfire for tonight.
Mostly to get rid of the bugs.
Our tent set up. So here is what the view is outside our tent tonight as we go to bed in the Shenandoah National Park. So it's April 29th, Monday, and we've been hiking for about an hour now and decided to sit down and have some breakfast at this beautiful overlook. We just arrived on top of Black Mountain and it's a big rock slide along the side of the mountain. And the trail goes right through it. And as you can see, what a beautiful vista from here. And these three individuals, we saw the two ladies on the trail, and they saw our tongues hanging out and knew that we were in desperate need for water. So they hiked back to their car and drove all the way to the next parking lot and met Anita and I, and gave us a great water supply and some ice cold Gatorade. So this is what true trail angels look like. What are your all's names?
I'm Lindsay, trail name all mixed up.
And I'm Diane with a trail name and backwards. So the two of us are all mixed up and backwards.
Oh, I love it.
And I'm Clarence, and they call me Crucipart.
We're flip-flop through hiking, slack packing. So we started in Damascus, Virginia, and we're working our way towards Harper's Ferry. And then we're gonna go down to Springer Mountain and work our way back to Damascus, hopefully in the cooler weather, not unlike today. And then go back to Harper's Ferry and go north to Katahdin.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Super.
Save the worst for last.
Well, thank you so much for the liquid refreshments
And the cookies.
and the cookies. They really came in desperate need.
Way. It's the end of April, and Mark is filtering our water, hopefully our last.
Yep, this should
Water.
get us out of the park. We have about 8 more miles to go. And I don't want to make the same mistake as I did yesterday. We each had 1.5 liters of water at 10 o'clock, and by 2 o'clock we were almost out of water. It was that hot and we were parched.
And there were no springs.
Thank goodness we met those 2 hikers from Ontario who helped us out.
Yeah. I forgot to show you where the water did come from this time. Sometimes it's out of streams. This one is actually out of a pipe, which is pretty convenient, I guess.
Well, look who we met on the trail. Do you remember this face? It's Karaoke from year 2023. We met her on the trail in the Smokies.
Hi,
How you doing, Karaoke?
having fun.
Good. You're back on the trail. Good to see.
And these trail angels are giving me a ride to my slack pack today.
Yeah, we met her at Stanimals, and we gave her a ride out to the trail again today. So Karaoke has a song that she sings when she's going through thick brush to keep the bears away from her. Let's hit it.
Hey bear, oh bear, what you gonna do? I'm here, you're there, I'm just passing through. Hey bear, oh bear, such a sunny day. It's your land, I understand. I'll be on my way. Ho, 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 hey bear.
Hey.
And then you just carry on.
That's cool. I love
That's a good way to keep the bears away.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Karaoke.
So
I
good
love
to
you guys.
see.
Well, we finished our 8-day trip, which was planned to be a 10-day trip.
It was a good trip. It was a hard trip.
How would you rate it? One to 10. 10 being a great trip.
Some days, the highest it got for me was like a 6. And then it got to a -1 one day. So now that it's over, I'd give it a 5, I guess. It was really tough on me. Everybody said, oh, this is the easy section. And it wasn't easy for me. But we did it, and we had a lot of good times.
I would rate it a 10. Because we went from one extreme to the other, from frostbite, or not frostbite, but hypothermia to heat exhaustion.
Yeah.
And
Not,
we met a lot of great people on the
we did meet
trail.
a lot of good people.
Name some of the hikers that we met, and we wish them well as they continue their journey up the trail.
There's a bunch, so I'm going to say some quick. PBJ, Pepe, Hot Springs, Phoenix, Turtle, Good Moss, Burr, V-Dog, Spam, Relay, Special K, Shaker, Rattlesnake. I don't even remember all of them now.
Some crazy
Pigpen,
names.
Miles, Turbo, Milkman, who was one of the interviews, Menthol, Twinkle Toes, Merlin, Foxtail, Priest, Moon Pie, Rocket Man, School Bus, Yard Sale. We actually met a second yard sale. That was kind of funny. The mother and daughter from Canada. I don't remember what their names were. Yuki, stomp, bird, salmon, crippled snail, beef from buffalo, huff and puff, kicks for tricks, wolfman, caveman, scorpion queen, wild game, mountain toad, lone star, Bambi, Elfmeister, red, Tatanka, airbud, and many, many more.
We met a lot of section hikers too that are just on the trail for 2 or 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And very nice people.
We just wish everybody luck in finishing whatever their section of the hike is.
And be safe out there.
Yeah.
I hope this inspires you all to get out there and explore.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate you all.
See you next time.
Bye.